Okay, welcome for Your Age American. I want to continue what we're talking about for the show because we always do that. So,
fucking greatest book on the planet.
No, it's called Obvious Advice. And you essentially just say stuff that everybody agrees with in a really awkward context. Like we were saying. Like,
pay your car insurance.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not what we were saying.
No.
That would have been number 3. We only started with 2.
Yeah.
You don't give them all in the first book anyway.
I'll say I don't care. It was bring your A game and don't fuck kids. And everybody's like, yeah.
That's a pretty universally agreed upon principle.
Yeah, so. That's a principle we can all agree on.
A universally agreed upon principle from good humans.
Yeah.
Apparently there are, a few people out there, Jeffrey Epstein.
Chapter 3 of Obvious Advice.
I can never say that Jizwee's name. What's her name?
Ghislaine
Maxwell.
Ghislaine.
Gazwasa. Was she French?
She was Epstein's
Yeah,
probably
Maxwell
Ghislaine.
Yeah. She was like the kid getter.
Yeah.
I think that's her official title.
Recruiter.
Is that how we paid her? Out of
Kid recruiter.
Ghislaine Maxwell, is that her name?
Sure.
How do you say this?
I think it's Ghislaine.
I think we have to start this show with a disclaimer, Matthew, is that if you are a female watching this, go out and get yourself some 4 mil plastic to put down because the 2 hot dudes, tall, dark, and handsome. Look at this flowing hair. Yeah. This is practically like me, but on weights.
I'm not used to being 4th place in a room for good looking, but it's where I am right now.
No, you're giving us diversity. You're like Sean Connery, you know?
Yeah.
He's dead. He's fucking dead.
R.I.P. R.I.P. there.
Yeah, he was great. He was great.
Johnny's like a JT with a sprinkle of Jim.
Yeah. He's like you, but if you worked out moderately.
Moderately. Stumbled into a gym once in a while.
Well, speaking of that, let's introduce the guests. I'll tee up my guest, even though you're also our guest today, and we love you. But I have my good old friend here and Ranger buddy. We grew up in Ranger Battalion together. We're team leaders together and seen a lot of life. Johnny Elsasser.
He ain't that old.
No, I mean
I'm a long-term friend, so it's you've known him for about 17 years.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's actually very accurate.
That's
on the nail in the head.
Yeah, I still can't believe we've been out of the military for like 10 years. We were just talking about that. That's fucking nuts.
Crazy. And you also, we'll talk about your podcast a little later. And then our other guest is Angry. Wait, no.
Don't do it.
Okay. Okay.
Honestly, I would say fuck with him, but no. Fuck Richard.
Yeah. I just wanted to tee you up for that.
Yeah. Seriously.
Did you guys discuss on the show with him that he looks like the head of a Yeti penis?
Yeah. I would agree. I would agree.
I would agree fully
I'm
with
just saying, like, we actually have a cop here that our audience wants to hear from, wants to see, wants to be a part of.
I'm actually a real cop compared to Richard.
Yeah.
Who is only posing.
He's
a part-time home renovator.
Do you guys have beef?
What, me and him?
Yeah.
Well, nothing we can't settle on the mats.
Oh,
if he's ever interested.
We're starting that beef today.
Oh, wow.
Richard.
Game on.
I'm here. Where's he?
I think we should start that website. Let's start fakecopsareus.com and just put Richard's picture everywhere.
I like it.
We should start anti-Richard propaganda.
We should just call it TikTok PD. It'll all be.
Let's make a patch.
All be fucking the cringiest TikTok videos of all time with cops.
Great.
On this episode of TikTok Cop, he meets TikTok drill sergeant. I'm fucking mad.
TikTok PD.
They're changing the army again.
All right, we love him. We love him. He was a great guest, and you're welcome back anytime. But we have Mike the Cop here today. I'm excited about that, man. You do a lot of cool stuff. What the hell are you up to these days?
Man, I'm selling houses.
Selling. What are you, a fucking late 20s white chick? No, I got my real estate license.
I have.
What, are you gonna be an RN next?
I have an investment seminar that I'm running. It's a webinar.
I just named every career path of any girlfriend Matt's ever had.
That was solid.
Hey, you know.
That was solid. We got full Jared today. I like this. Yeah. I'm going to shut up.
He brought his A game. He's not fucking kids.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
No cookies, but plenty of chicken.
Yes. I mean, I want to get into your history, but after I kicked alcohol, now all of a sudden I want fucking sweet things.
Oh.
Yeah, it's called addiction to sugar.
Oh, okay. So my body just jumped to something else.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
It's a
I mean,
physiological response to your dietary habits.
Body
We can
wants
get
what it
into that
wants.
later.
Yeah, but I've never had sugar in my life.
What do you think alcohol
You're drinking
is?
it right now.
And there's sugar in that.
So that was my addiction all along. It wasn't booze. It was sugar.
No.
Suck it, AA.
Still wrong.
Anyway, you're selling houses?
Yeah, CBD houses, making content, man. Just keeping the Mike the Cop thing rolling.
Wait, was there a comma in between there? Or are you building houses out of CBD?
Yeah, that was a good question, actually. Are you building houses out of CBD?
I'm on CBD while I'm building houses. Yeah,
On this
that's it.
episode of Hemp House, the TikTok PD
I like
knocks
it.
on the door.
Yeah, TikTok PD responds to the Hemp House
Yeah.
from,
We have a whole series here. And
This
then
is
Unappreciative Bear will show up.
Unappreciative bear. You live practically in Nazi Germany,
Yes,
the state of Michigan.
it's close. It's a third behind
It's the only
California,
state in
New
the
York,
last
Michigan.
40 years that more than one planned attempt to kidnap the governor was made. Does nobody wake up and go, man, maybe that governor's fucking up.
You know what's weird in our state is like you just passed on the news and you're like, fuck it. You just switch the channel. It's like,
Trying
again?
to kidnap the governor again. Fuck.
That's
Is
weird.
that real?
Yes.
Yeah, they had a
They
plot.
foiled
6
two
people, 7
attempts.
people.
All right, let's hear
Fucking
from the
Michigan
cop.
militia, man.
Tell me about it. I
It's a
have no
real
clue.
thing, too. They're
The
pretty
feds got
badass.
involved. Michigan cops they just looked the other way. They
They
would
should,
have
as they
probably been
should.
happy to see her kind of move over to Wisconsin, where she was supposed to stand trial for treason of some independent sovereign nation. I guess I don't know what was gonna.
So she
happen.
doesn't bring her A game as a governor.
No, don't think so.
She's
Okay.
she approaches kind of governing like a light bright. It's kind of like, I'll put the green one right here. All right, I'm done for the day.
At first, I thought everything was to get the vice presidential nomination. I thought that's what she was doing early on, like trying to show off about how strict she could be about COVID so that she could get the nod. But now it's just because she's stupid.
That was
Okay.
the funniest thing. And I talked about this back in March. I was like, we are about to watch all the Democratic governors try and out-govern themselves.
Out
to
lockdown.
Yeah. They're gonna be,
Yeah.
check it out. I put my state in a cage.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they started that game again, actually, now.
Yeah.
Bubble wrapped houses.
Yeah. AOC's up there like, I'm making a list.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
6 feet. How about 60 feet,
Yeah.
bitch?
Yeah. We closed down every other lane of the highway.
The fucking
Distance
highway
on traffic.
social distance.
Cars gotta be 6 feet apart, motherfuckers.
Only one runway at an airport is open. Fucking too close.
This
Shit.
is great.
This sounds like a joke, but yeah,
Whatever.
we're getting
kinda
close.
Getting real, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the next couple
It's
months,
next.
right?
Yeah. When fucking old Grandpa McGee is up there running the show, she's gonna
Shit.
be pushing weird buttons. I don't know.
I just like
This one looks
Kamala's
fun.
just gonna be wheeling Joe around the White House. Where do you want to go today?
Where do you want to go next, Scrappy?
What the heck is gonna be happening there? I don't know.
I still, we'll talk about it. Fuck it. I don't know. But, Trump tweeted at 11:58 p.m. 2 nights ago, I won the election.
Well, then
What?
he did.
What? No context? Not, oh man, I just discovered a bunch of new information. You guys are going to be so, that's just hard to kind of jump on this train. It's like, what?
I don't know. I'm waiting for the time that JFK Jr. comes back from the future or
Oh,
wherever
yeah.
he's coming, like, or he's still alive and Trump is gonna die and come back through a time portal. I don't know what the conspiracy is these days,
There's
but
got to be something.
it's crazy out
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I'm ready for anything. We talked about this coming into this year, early 2020 when COVID just hit. We're like, this is going to be a weird year. And it's far exceeded our expectations.
Not disappointed.
No.
I mean, if anything, here's what we could take away if we just screenshot like the last 2 years and you look at the political spectrum, it is, you can say, okay, the mayor of Portland got reelected. The worst manager of the worst city in the country. Like he is going to be a case study of fuck up. And they reelected him.
Yeah.
And then the guy that actually like brought peace with North Korea, brought peace in the Middle East with frickin' Israel, like a dude that actually did something, but he was mouthy on Twitter. No, we got to get him the fuck out. We're going to riot if he doesn't leave. So it's like, are humans stupid?
Yes,
Are we
and
stupid?
they should go. The plan to save humanity in the United States should be as follows:
Eliminate them.
You start just a little bit north of Seattle. Well, eliminate some of them.
Okay, yeah.
Right. You start north of
Maybe
Seattle.
by a convenient virus.
Yes. Now you're onto something.
Oh my God.
Just go east.
Yeah.
Draw the line down so it includes most of Oregon, most of Washington, all of California, and you just give it to them. You just literally write up an agreement that says for the next 5 years,
You're
you
a
just do
country.
whatever the fuck you want over there. No guns, no police.
Nothing.
Drugs are legal. Everything. Just have a free-for-all thing. Just go for it. And then when they have all made themselves completely destitute, we just kind of like walk back over and be like, are you done yet?
I've kind of said that too. I said,
Then we take it back.
California keeps saying we could be our own country. It's like, let them. And
Yes.
then move Pendleton out and move the Air Force out and then start a bombing campaign.
Maybe
for
we
about
can
60
just
days.
carve out San Diego.
Bombing.
Well, yeah, they're their own country. Now we're going back to, okay, we're now invading you. How funny would that be?
I think you just annexed it. I don't think you have to bomb it.
It's like, okay, California, you're your own country. Hey, the United States declares war on the country of California. They're like, fuck, we didn't think about a military.
This is why I wouldn't vote for you for president.
Why?
California, your own country.
would.
Now we're invading you.
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
what?
And then it's just like, boom, you just go to the coast. And then there's a lot of new property for sale in California that's way cheap.
It's really pretty there too.
Yeah.
I love the idea, Mike, but the problem is how do you prevent the shit that's happening where they're just outflowing to Arizona and Texas and then still voting for the same shit?
You
that
have
they're
to-
running from?
you have to lock down the state.
they just give the whole spot over. We build a wall, probably.
Yeah, we close the
I don't know.
Oh, can we say that? You're gonna build a wall.
We're going to build a wall and make California pay for it.
We're gonna build a wall. California's got to pay. With their huge economy that they have.
Yeah.
62% tax rate. It's great.
Yeah.
Well,
Freaking-
projected. It's not there yet.
It'll
but
happen.
It's gonna. Yeah. That's
God, yeah.
that's spicy, man.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty soon
socialism.
California is going to have a hat wearing
Yeah.
tax.
Oof.
Excuse me, sir, you're wearing a hat. I need to tax you for that.
No, there's probably gonna be a mask tax.
Mask
like
tax.
imagine getting a ticket for not wearing a mask. Is that a thing
Oregon's
yet?
the first one.
Not yet, but I'm sure it will be.
$1,258 fine or 30 days in jail if you ain't wearing your mask.
Is that
my
real?
gosh.
Yeah. So they started that.
Came out this morning.
Did it really?
Yes.
What?
I knew that
Where's
was
this,
gonna come.
Oregon?
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine,
What the fuck?
imagine living in a
Nazi
country
Germany.
where if you don't wear a particular piece of fabric, it's against the fucking law. What the hell?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense at all.
Just throw it out there. That's
You
kind
can-
of how they marked the Jews, right? Like that was we saw this in history
What?
already. Like
People don't like history and look at the terrible
here's
acts of
and
humanity.
Let me throw this
Right.
out. We've got some smart individuals here, and I'm mostly retarded. So,
But number two, good looking.
yeah.
thank you. Number two.
On that side of the
like-
I think
table.
we got number one. over there.
It's like it's Johnny Boy on Krispy Kreme over here. But think about this. Let's go back to the 90s real quick. In the 90s.
I've been there.
Yeah. We all remember the 90s. We remember OJ getting chased and all that stuff, right? Right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. So in the 90s, information, follow me on this.
I'm trying.
Okay. Information had a hopper, meaning the news organizations and the way that news flowed to the population was controlled. It came across the major national news networks. It trickled down into local news networks. We were fed our information that happened around the world by somebody that was able to filter it when they wanted to. Now, in 2009, Facebook became available to everybody. It didn't take seat until around 2013, 2014, when every country in the world opened the gates and went, we're all getting Facebook accounts now. Facebook exploded. Now, there was this lull time from 2014 to about 2016 while the build happened. And then all of a sudden, everybody went, oh shit, there's no more filter on information anymore. These motherfuckers can talk to each other instantly. They can spread stories. They can do this. There's no more control. So then it took probably from 16 to 2020 for them to go, how the fuck are we going to fix this? Because we have no more, like,
Yeah.
we are fucked. And this was the plan they came up with.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, to your point, I think that there was some form of efficacy associated with journalism, at least back in the day, and it was the cultural understanding that if you're in that position in moderating content, that there's some form of accuracy and unbias associated with that. And then when you have the influx of user-generated content specific to Facebook, who was the founder of that kind of user-generated content, it turned into like crash car journalism, where the people that spoke the loudest had the most divisive statements. Those are the ones that were polarizing, which got the most views. And subsequently, you see the impact across the board on national news cycles, because people go, well, how do we compete with this, lower level news agency that's just exploding because people want to watch car crashes? And that's all that's happened. Now we're just getting thrown the world's worst shit, when I'd like to think most Americans think somewhat rationally, but they're being fed this fucking trash donkey of information. Of course it's a tactic.
They have spent the last year overflooding the airwaves with anything and everything they can to create confusion and just the stoppage of okay, our only answer to everybody being connected instantly around the world is to make them question every single thing that they see, no matter if it comes from a regular mainstream media news source or anything else. So it's, let's just fucking mush the horde so we can then create a cultural behavior pattern to where they no longer listen to this shit anymore. Because I think it's very, very convenient that Hong Kong was on the verge of fucking meltdown because they were starting to get world support with their rioting. And the Chinese government was going, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, we can't stop this information from getting out to the world. Where now we're going to have a bunch of other countries backing up all of our people calling for freedom in Hong Kong. Like, now everybody can see it. It's awfully convenient. That was happening in December last year. Then this virus came around. And how do we get everybody's attention on their own borders and not us?
It's not out of a question to think that.
It's definitely not.
Yeah, not that I believe in government oversight, but I think that there's an interesting thing that some of the subject matter experts are talking about, how we've made such an investment into like the military as far as protecting our borders and having tanks and nuclear weapons and this huge asset to protect like the physical aspects of the country. But then we have literally zero to no oversight over media and news and narrative coming into this country, whether that's, pushing against one way or the other in politics and or misinformation about the earth is flat. I mean, there's no oversight anywhere. And then you have these tech companies that never thought they'd be in this position. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, fuck, what do we do? And I think no one has the answer, which is the terrifying part. And it's going the wrong way.
You start Parler. That's what you do.
You start Parler.
Parler.
Who started Parler?
It's a guy.
Starts with an M.
Yeah.
There's some...
I looked him up.
Yeah, there's some company. I think it's a European
small.
company.
Really?
Isn't it? I don't know. I don't remember.
know.
But either way, somebody started it.
Is
MeWe,
like, again,
Parler.
we've talked about this, like the drawback with Parler is, or I was talking to Ross about it yesterday, is the barrier to entry. Like let's complete the circle here. Parler doesn't have enough money to create the server farms it would take to host millions of people that just migrated to their app and uploading content to it, video, files, everything like that. So they have to, as they grow, they have to outsource it. Who are the two people that own all the servers in the country that could actually fucking farm this information?
Google, Facebook.
And Google.
Yeah.
So guess what? We're right back where we fucking started.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back, friends.
How was your trip?
Oh, you don't have a few extra $1 billion to put server farms all over Phoenix, Arizona? Sorry, you can rent ours, but we have to delete some people from your app.
Just change Facebook to Facebook
There's
Red.
your Parler argument.
There's your Parler.
Facebook Red and Facebook Blue. That's the solution.
Facebook Red.
Yeah,
and
just the
That would be
Facebook.
awesome.
Current Facebook is liberal. The other one's conservative.
blue.
Yeah, we should be even more divisive.
Yeah. It's gonna do real well for us.
That's the problem with Parler. I'm on there, but it's like it's pretty much everybody agrees with everybody for the
Right.
most part. It's not. There's no real exchange of differing ideas or challenges to your ideas for the most part. It's like you just put something out
but-
there and everybody pretty much like, yeah.
That's an argument I've seen across everything. People, oh wow, go to a social media platform where nobody argues. It's not about that. It's about I get deleted
Oh, for
if I
sure.
try and argue with you.
Yeah.
If I don't want to cave to your bullshit, I have to worry about getting my whole account nuked. That's the fucking difference.
I
of
spent 6 months of
Parler
last
and
year
Facebook.
suspended on Facebook.
Yeah.
So
Jeez, you're in
Like,
Facebook jail.
Yeah.
account suspended.
yeah.
Mike the cop was in Facebook jail.
Yep.
I mean,
Ironic.
I think let's just roll with the whole curve we're going with. We just had a reality TV star become our president, so now let's turn it around. We'll give AOC a reality show where we make her the governor of a small state and say, fucking go at it. We're just going to watch
See what
this
happens.
thing fucking melt down. Idiot.
That's a terrible idea.
I think it'd be hilarious. Let people
Just give her
they
Brooklyn.
voted-
Isn't that where she's
give her
from? Is it
Brooklyn.
Queens or Brooklyn?
Hey, you're now the fucking mayor and sheriff of Brooklyn. Guess what? Every decision you make, you get to make them all. Go. Give the people what they voted for. Let's see it. Let's see it, AOC. Let's see if your plans really work. No, they don't. Because you're a socialist idiot.
Turns out socialism has some history behind it. And the verdict is already in.
A history of working, right?
Yeah, working hard, real hard.
AOC 0, economics 1.
It's a weird world we live in. But where'd you fly in from?
Detroit?
Okay. Today, huh?
Were you hanging out with Kid Rock this morning?
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You guys
he's freaking Tennessee.
You guys get bathtub shots? No, hey, time for the morning bathtub shot.
Yes, that's exactly how it goes.
So you've been doing the real estate stuff and then focusing on Mike the Cop. Are you banned on any platforms right now? Or
No, not right now. No, I'm good to go for now. I mean, I get the occasional comment deleted on Instagram, or like I had a post deleted the other day. I think my post was something to the effect of, "Hey guys, I'm headed to Oregon to do heroin. Don't worry, I'll be wearing my mask." I think that was the post that I put up on Instagram.
That got deleted?
And it got deleted
What the fuck?
for violation of community standards
Wait,
or whatever.
You can't say that
Whatever
you're doing
that is.
heroin?
So yeah, apparently I was encouraging destructive
wearing?
behavior, or
But they give
I'm
out
like,
needles
but I'm wearing
freely
my
in San
mask.
Francisco.
We're missing the point here.
well, it's decriminalized there now, right?
I agree with that.
Yeah, it's decriminalized.
I've never agreed that we arrest anybody for use of any drug.
I agree with you. I just think that there are a lot of unintended consequences that go along with that people don't prepare for.
True.
Same thing when they, like in Michigan, when they decriminalized the possession of a certain amount of marijuana if you were calling for help, right? Like your friend's ODing, so you call. Now the heroin, if it's found when the police arrive or EMS gets there, now you're immune from prosecution from that, right?
Oh, that's fair.
So yeah, it's fair until you pull over 3 dope dealers who are, corrupting some fucking middle schooler, and they get on the phone, 911, my buddy's ODing, when they're getting pulled over. And now they're immune because there's a record of a phone call of asking for help. So there's a lot of unintended consequences that happen when you legalize stuff like, or decriminalize, because that's an important distinction. They didn't legalize it, they decriminalized it. So they're going to be immune from prosecution. It's the same pathway that marijuana is following too, but there's a big difference. And very, very rarely do I see someone who is a heroin addict that is creating a victimless crime. Those motherfuckers are stealing shit and fucking people's worlds up all around them. So it's not always victimless. So there's a lot of unintended consequences that go with that.
That's why I'm a proponent for marijuana, because it's like there's enough users in the nation that, like, it's for the most part, it's a victimless crime. You're not like getting high and then you're like, time to rob a fucking bank and blah.
Yeah, you don't get called because Steve punched Cindy in the face after smoking a fat blunt, but he does drink a fifth and then beat her to a bloody pulp.
Exactly.
So, exactly.
Worst case with marijuana is they might like overcharge your credit card on like Netflix or some shit, right?
Poland legalized everything in 1991. And they saw a decrease across the board of both recreational use and in all age groups as well. It was like once it lost its stigma. Now I believe, if I can remember the graphs that I looked at, like 5 years ago,
before you were addicted to sugar.
Yes. They legalized. They had a spike. Like everybody went, hey, everything's legal. Let's go party. And then everybody went, oh, fuck, I got a job. And then it all just went away.
Let's talk about that too. Like the sugar industry, like a lot of those lobbyist groups are completely funded by Coca-Cola and Kellogg, whoever, like these big parent companies that are throwing massive research into medicine and clinical studies that are completely biased to say, sugar in moderation isn't bad for you. It's fucking poison for your body.
Sure.
And the misinformation aspect of that, and then you see parents out there that are feeding their kids like 19 sodas a day and they're 9 years old in this developmental stage and they're massively obese. The kid doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And I think that's a problem with me with some of the hardcore drugs is like, how do you stop youth from, having the availability of that because they don't know. And that's why you can't get a fucking tattoo till you're 18. And I agree with that because you're going to make some dumbass fucking decision and get your face tattooed with a fucking Lego when you're 9. Be like, totally regret this fucking Lego face tattoo.
Man,
the Lego boys run this one to the school.
You have to go there because I've been playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla lately and like kind of sold on the whole face tattoos.
Every kid you push off a swing is like a little teardrop Lego that's coming down on the side of your face.
Oh my God, Billy has 3 Lego tattoos. He's seen some shit.
I was the baddest kid on the playground when I was 9.
Charlotte a whole sleeve, so when she does go back to school after COVID prison, they're like, God, where were you at, County?
Lockdown was tough. I had to sync up with some other like-minded individuals during this lockdown.
Yeah.
It was either join or die.
Exactly.
Well, see, the whole legalize every drug thing, I approach it as if I was a cop, I'd be like, fuck, how much paperwork is that? No, I don't want to do that.
Oh, yeah. No, believe me.
Very selfish.
Call us less. Yeah, it's totally fine. It's just that, the same thing happens with it. It's ridiculous because we have the same problems with theft or operating a vehicle when you get high or jumping on a bike and running into traffic and getting smoked. And now we're picking your skull off the ground because you fucking got high and hopped on a bike in the middle of traffic.
That's natural selection, Mike.
It is, but it still is involving other people. And I just think like if we are going to decriminalize harder narcotics, we have to think about the unintended consequences and shore that up. And if someone commits a crime when they're using drugs, then fuck them. That's what I would say. Like make the penalty actually way more intense. Just like I think we should be harder on, people that kill somebody while they're drunk driving. Alcohol is legal, but the penalty needs to be so much more consistent for that so that instead of locking people up because they were just smoking weed and nobody was affected versus somebody, drinks a fifth and then hops in a car and smokes somebody. Like we need to think about the consequences of what's actually happening versus the source of it, heroin, alcohol, whatever it is. That's not the issue. The issue is what happens as a result of those things and how do we deal with that as a society?
But now that's assuming that we have anyone out there that is doing social studies on, hey, does harsher punishments equate to less people doing the crimes and things like that? I mean, who's doing that? Because we have politicians that want to be famous on Twitter now. They're not doing fuck all. So it's like what? Like Italy's a prime example. Like look at Italy, like with their violence. Like you are not allowed to hit somebody with a closed fist in Italy. And it's been like that for years, like 30, 40, 50 years. And they don't, like you're allowed one slap a piece. You
can't hit somebody in a closed fist in America, can you? Legally?
Can we
is this real? Can we fact check this?
Real. Yes, if you have an altercation,
you have one open
slap. But if you close your fist and fight, that is almost the same as assault with a deadly weapon. Like, and you go to prison. So they don't have a lot of violence because people are like, yeah, I'll give you the slap. I'm in, but that's it. I'm done there.
Yeah, but I disagree with that. I think everybody needs to get their ass whooped once in a while if they deserve it.
Absolutely. I'm using this as a point of, hey, because some people will counter argue and go, well, it said in my fucking women's general studies class that I have a degree in that harsher punishments don't equate to the populace kind of.
But I'm totally with Mike on that one. I think it's not necessarily like a personal safety issue because I think that as an American, you should have the freedom to do whatever you want.
No, if my kid gets killed by someone on heroin.
But I'm agreeing. It's a public safety issue, right? It's the same thing of like, hey, we got these heroin addicts in, Salt Lake City at the park and you're walking your fucking 6-year-old and she steps on a needle and shoves an HIV positive needle through her foot.
Right.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Right. That's where I think the
because there's an impact to our way of life. And even if it's like, because the whole thing in Oregon right now is like, oh, they need treatment. They don't need punishment. Okay, if you need treatment, whose responsibility is that? Is it my fucking responsibility to pay for your addiction? Like, okay, you're addicted. You need help. I really hope that people are capable of stepping up and people have programs, but to take money by force from me via taxes and say, it's now your responsibility to feed this person's illness or addiction. Like, where do we draw the line on that? If it's an illness, Joey gets cancer in, the other side of Michigan. Like, oh, hey guys, we're everybody's taxes are going up because we're going to fix everybody's health. Like,
So I guess
Okay,
that's
you know,
that's
I
kind of
mean-
the counter argument though. You kind of hit the counter argument and the nail on the head is if you nip it in the bud, right, and you make it all illegal, right, or you criminalize it early on, well, it prevents JT here when he's in high school hopping in on heroin early on, right? And then all of a sudden you prevented him from, like, I guess that would be the counter argument I could see in my hand as you're explaining that.
Yeah, it's just where's the principle though? We talk about like, yeah, I mean, you legalize, decriminalize narcotics, force a mask. Yeah. Like what the fuck? Like there's so many levels of hypocrisy throughout all of this stuff. Like what principle is driving any of this? I think personal responsibility should be the principle that's driving it. I mean, unfortunately, it seems to be lost on a lot of people.
We don't. I mean, why don't we refer to, or I would love to see the country go to an exile movement, like where it's like you commit a certain level of crime, we just kick you out.
Australia.
That would be great. Like if we started getting rid of these people,
they got their own problems over there.
No, we send them to Australia. That's how it started, right? Was a big prison island.
If you have X amount of
space there, but let's peel that onion back, right? If they disagree with our forms of thought, we send them away in exile to
what do you mean forms of thought? I'm saying if you have 40 pounds of heroin, you're not allowed in the United States anymore.
Yeah, but when you have a broken political system, then how do they conform that system to go against people like us, where they criminalize tomorrow in AR and they're like, guess what? You're exiled. You're a felon. Negative Ghost Rider patterns full.
Well, you just have you pick which one.
AR fights back much better than heroin.
Exactly. Get back. 40 pounds of heroin.
I'd rather fight somebody on heroin than someone with an AR.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
What's the worst drug you saw? Because I've asked this from a few people, and I think it's hyper dependent on where they're at nationally and what is like the main drug for a specific culture. Because it's drastically different over the United States. But like as a police officer, what was the one where like this dude's on like crystal meth or something like this?
Bath salts.
He's
crocodile.
Gonna fucking fight.
What do you got? You ever seen crocodile?
Some like synthetic, like synthetic marijuana, like grown at home. Kind of like in a lab. I don't know what they call it, like K or something like that. But it was synthetic marijuana is what it was. And it was probably the most difficult fight I ever had, like as a cop fighting someone to get them into custody. This guy had like gone into a gas station and fucking pissed in a bottle and then threw it on the attendant and then ran. And I chased him for a quarter mile. And then there's 3 of us. And like this kid was like probably 140, 145 pounds. And it was like the hardest person to ever subdue.
Was he just amped up? Like,
yeah, he turns out he was in the back of a car and he had like a babysitter. So like, hey, we're going to cook this up and then you're going to watch me. I'm going to take this and then you're going to basically babysit me until this passes. And then he just like jumped out of the car that he was being babysat from and then went on this urine tossing rampage.
That doesn't sound like any fun.
No. We don't use enough nets.
They have those. What? They have like these prototype police things are shooting in nets out.
You got a guy going weird,
like electrified
going crazy.
Net.
Just boom.
Maybe. I don't know about electrified. That'd be even better.
Right? Like you're high.
Like
unless
the more you
miss.
wiggle, the more it just cinches down on you.
Hit your buddy.
That's like the taser. You know, when you miss with the taser, you're like, fuck. Like,
not with a net.
I spent what I had. It's over. Now I got to use my hands.
I was looking into buying some like whaling nets. Like, and then we get 2 vehicles and we string the net across them and then we drive through Portland for Antifa.
Yes.
Antifa. We get them with them whaling nets. I don't think they make nets for whales. They're probably just fishing nets.
What do you do with this though, JT? Do you then load it up on a boat and kick them over to Australia?
We just drag it all the way to California.
Drop it off and then close the wall.
Yep, close the gate. Yeah, I gotta have a big gate.
Them Antifas.
This is starting to turn into Mad Max.
I'm starting to call them Antinas.
Antinas?
I'm changing it. Antina. Yeah, because they're all a bunch of ninnies.
I don't know why. Antina kind of sounds like a sexy name.
Antina.
Like going on a date with Antina.
Does sound a little exotic.
Yeah, right.
I feel like she's like kind of Brazilian looking, big, thick booty, squats.
What is Napoleon Dynamite's brother's name? He seems like somebody who would date Antina.
Antina.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was a good scene in that movie.
That was a good scene.
LaFonda, that's who it was. LaFonda.
That was good.
LaFonda looked good. Not gonna lie.
He had the do-rag on.
Yeah.
Been chatting with babes online.
Chatting with babes online. It's pretty sweet.
Chatting with babes.
You're not chatting with babes. You're still in a relationship. You're
I
going
am.
strong.
I'm in a solid relationship. Go watching Dexter
Yeah, I
last
think
night.
I've even seen pictures of you online with your girlfriend.
Thank you.
No, that was
Yeah.
amateur porn.
Hey, easy. We haven't released any of it
I felt
yet.
like I saw that and I was like, man, this is really serious for him.
Yeah.
No, he went to
There's
like,
some real photographs being posted.
There's one hanging on the wall in the house.
Yeah.
he goes to Bed Bath & Beyond on the weekends
Wow,
now
yeah.
and shops
If
for
there's
their
enough
little
time,
We're
There's
apartment.
enough
holding
time,
hands at the
yeah.
golfarium.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, watching Dexter last night. It kind of ruined
Sure.
the mood though.
Why?
Because like we were like 2 episodes deep. Things were about to get pretty fun. Then Rita dies in a bathtub, and she's like, "I can't do it when Rita's dead."
Why not?
Like,
You
come
just
on.
massive. Well, I guess it's been long enough since that show's come out that a
Yeah.
spoiler alert doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
no, nobody's like. Waiting
Oh,
for
that's
spoilers
totally on
Dexter.
whoever has not
Yeah,
seen
it's
it
like
at this point.
2008.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we had to start a new episode about 15 minutes in. It got back to normal, but yeah, Rita dying like
Did it?
fucked up the new position.
Sombered the
idea.
mood, the love
Yeah.
mood.
Yeah, it was a little. She was a little upset for a little bit.
Happens.
On a physicality level during adult conjugal visits between the both of you, who would you say has the most physical output? I'm gonna say 90 her, 10 you.
What 90-10?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, maybe. Come on, that's my time to work out.
I was gonna say, is that a stamina thing? Is that like,
no?
is
I
that your
don't have
cardio?
stamina problems.
Mm,
No?
No,
Well,
well,
unless the shower's too hot, I overheat pretty easily. What? Why's that funny? It's hot.
hashtag relatable.
Yeah.
You need to get
Yeah.
on some weights, dude. Everybody's doing it.
yeah.
Okay.
I hear
I'll show up to your guys' gym time. What is it? 10? 11?
Yeah, like 9.
9?
Yeah.
Ish.
Okay.
Ish.
You strike me as an ish guy.
Ish.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
Not
an ish
like
guy.
a 9.
I'll start
No.
coming
It's
to
like
boys'
9
gym
is like
day.
you, like if you showed up at 9, you'd be sitting out there drinking coffee for like 20,
It's sometime
25 minutes.
between 9 and 1. I'm
It
not
is.
sure.
You got a whole. You got a whole.
Wait. Why do I strike you as an ish guy?
I don't know. It's just the
He's
vibe.
100% right.
Like I
What are
feel
you
like
talking
I
about?
feel like
I know.
out of
You've
you
never had a
three,
hard
just
time in your
my
life.
read. I've been around.
Other
I've
than
been
when
around
you
you
were
the
on
most,
X with
but
him.
definitely
And you were
ish.
forced.
Yes.
No, not at all. Not for 1 second. Ask another responsible adult in this room.
I don't know.
I am on time all the time. Now I might change the fucking plan 30 fucking times, but I am.
You're the
on
least
time.
ish out of all of us. I bet.
I'll take that. I'll take
Yeah,
that.
that's the vibe.
I am only ish when
It comes to time.
It's not that important to me.
That's kind of
when it involves like a
Everybody
hard
that knows
time.
you is cycling through all the times it's
No.
been ish now.
Even when it's your thing, it's like we're filming Vets for Sci-Fi tomorrow at 3, 5:30.
That's
Okay.
not true. On a large production where there's more than just team internal, I'm always there, usually early.
More than team internal. But
Hmm?
if it's team internal, you don't
You're
It's
you don't
ish.
You're
appreciate
ish-ish.
your friends.
You're
It's
ish-ish.
Now, were you guys ish guys, or you not
No, they
not so
can't
much
be.
you before you were in the military, and then you sucked it up and just dealt with not being ish for a little bit, and then you kind of went back, or is this just an overreaction to being like, all right, I'm sick of fucking being everywhere where somebody's going to tell
Good
me,
question.
so I'm just going to be the ish guy now because I can be.
Okay, first of all, I feel like this is spiraling out of control because I'm not an ish guy.
You 100% are.
With you because I don't value your time all the time.
No,
Literally,
I'm saying
I
it just-
literally,
not
when I
even
said
with
you
me.
strike me as an ish guy, he literally goes, yeah, I'm kind of an ish guy.
With
He literally said it.
in the context
rewind
of your
the tape.
in the context of your statement.
Those cameras are feeding to an iPad. I
This
don't know
is
where
why
it goes
people
from
want to
there.
defund the police, Mike. Okay? So, yeah, if like the gym thing, ish is for sure because I have a home gym and if I get caught up with something and I prioritize it on a freaking
You always gotta
minutely
walk
basis.
a few yards. That's why, yeah, that one. you
Yeah,
go
I'm an
by.
ish guy with the gym. But like in a podcast was on time, I was fucking 40 minutes early.
Yeah, you were here. You were
Okay.
here. Touche.
So fuck off with this ish bullshit.
He's 100% right
Ish
though.
bullshit.
You have an ish buffer.
Yeah? Okay, sure.
He's a
You
se-
ished yourself to the
You-
board meeting.
Well, he's
I
a
didn't.
selective
Yes, you
isher.
did.
He's a selective isher.
Evan
We
was.
all are on
Yeah.
some level, I'm sure.
Dude, I'm a
I was
selective
early.
isher, sure.
Evan was.
Yeah, okay.
I'm a selective if you're like, hey, you wanna go here on Saturday? Like, yeah, that sounds good. Ish. You know,
No.
It
See,
could be like I'm an ish in that, like, Friday night, Saturday, like still Saturday. Hey, you still want to do something? Something else is kind of like happening. and
That's me too.
No,
You know.
yeah. See,
I
I'm
can
the
be that
opposite.
way. I rarely will commit ahead of time to just about anything.
So Jared's like where this is all stemming with Jared is because I'm a very ish guy when it comes to plans. And this is what Jared does. On Tuesday, he'll be like, we should hang out around Friday. I'm like, oh, yeah, sounds good, dude.
Sunday.
And he goes,
Last Sunday.
and then he'll be like 5. I'm like, yeah, sounds good, man. Whatever. And then he'll be driving to my house at 4:45 with no communication between. And I've already like completely forgot about it. And I'm like, whatever. He lives close. It's no big deal. But he's there and he's like, oh shit, I know you're coming over, Jared. He's like, I told you on Tuesday at 5 p.m. And he's got, a bottle of vodka and steaks. And I'm like, it's nice, but I completely forgot about it because it was on very low priority for me.
Yeah.
I remember.
Well, that's good.
I remember.
I try to hover around plans until it's time to execute.
No. Listen, you got to give me a time. And if you break that time, I'm like,
I tried making plans for tonight, but everybody's just like, I'm just circling. Circling.
Well, that's because no one's texting you back.
Yeah, certain someone isn't texting me back. Should I out him?
Yeah, fuck him.
Who?
Fucking donut operator.
Oh.
That guy, it's like,
fuck him.
He's one of like, there's two people in my life that I know, like, I'm pretty sure, like, we're cool with each other, but it's like, you just never get a text back.
Wait, has he texted you back?
No.
Oh, check this out. I'm going to text him right now and see if he responds back.
Yeah.
Yeah, now he will. Well, let me check my phone first to see.
Also
make sure he didn't answer me back. No, I have no text.
All right, here.
Serve no
at
value.
4:10 p.m. What's up, man? Let's see if I get back.
It's 4:10.
And if he responds, we'll just send him a photo and be like, you don't want to respond to Mike's text?
Wow.
Yeah, because I texted him last week when I knew I was coming into town. I was like, hey, I'm going to be in town. We should, hook up, get a drink, whatever. And he's like, oh, yeah, for sure. Like, we'll definitely do that. I'm like, all right, cool. And I'm just kind of like hovered, like I hovered. And then yesterday, I'm like, hey, listen,
arbitrary.
I'm going.
Just explain the exact situation back then. I texted him last week. Let's get a drink. Now I'm mad he's not texted me.
Well, I texted him again yesterday.
I did your own medicine.
No, I didn't. I did a follow-up.
I feel like we're in an episode of Kim Kardashian right now.
So I'm going to jiu-jitsu and I don't know what else is going to happen.
He omitted 3 follow-ups to the last one.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean 3 follow-ups?
You omitted the follow-ups of, hey, we still on? Yeah.
You omitted the follow-ups.
He did. He said, I said Tuesday we made plans and then Sunday showed up.
Oh, so you're saying you did follow up?
I followed up Friday and then I followed up Saturday night and then I texted him Sunday morning. I can prove all this.
I think what texting me is like, hey, what's up is a little different than we still on. I don't fucking care, actually, at the end of the day, which is the best part of this, because I don't give a fuck.
That's the best way to be an ish person.
I'm okay with being somewhat of an ish person because I've worked hard enough in my life, and being a boss, I can be ishy.
Yeah.
And I'm completely content with that. But unless I made a podcast or something that would require time from someone other than Jared.
People's time.
Yeah, like your time, it is what it is.
Well, I'll be devil's advocate of my own argument.
Oh, look at you being so proper these days.
So, even though he's ish with timelines, he's not irritated if you just go with him. So, yes, if I do just show up, he's like, oh, you're here now. Guess this is what we're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good.
It's not like,
everybody,
can you go away?
You can say, everybody knows my personality when it comes down to that.
I'd like to hang out with you, but I don't want to right now.
But I don't want to.
Right. If someone puts me in a situation, I'll make the best out of it. But Jared knows it's super hard for me to let's go on a hike on Saturday. The last thing I'd ever want to do. Now, if I actually somehow got dragged out, I would have fun and make the best of it and try to make everybody laugh. But yeah, getting me to go do things is nearly fucking impossible.
How the fuck did Eli get you on a paddleboard?
That was my idea.
God damn it.
Oh.
I'm down to paddleboard.
Nope.
I mean, I cruise by your house a lot and stop by in the pool. Used to. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're talking about this. This is like fucking. And then he called me. We got 2 fucking great guests here, and Jared and I are bickering back and forth about who texted who back.
I derailed it. I don't know. I don't even know what made me think about that.
Playing his cop games with us.
Yeah. Oh,
Cody, what's up, bro? Just dodging Mike while he's in town.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
I'll let you know.
So good.
Is that douchebag Mike with you guys right now?
Because I'm trying to hide from him.
Don't read this out loud.
Don't tell him that we're hanging out tonight.
When'd you get in town? I forget.
Today, 11:30.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Leave at 5 a.m. tomorrow.
Let's talk anti-interrogation techniques.
Ooh.
What do you got?
Ooh.
How do I become interrogation proof?
You have to not be in a light blue room. scientifically, that softens the bad guy up. So
it does?
You're good
the
here.
color?
Yeah.
So if you go in a red room, you're just going to piss them off.
Yeah.
Real angry.
Is it really?
Yeah, they say like a bluish tint, like a lighter blue is.
I feel like that's a general statement. I think it has to be
softs people
correlated
up.
to something that's been in their life and their way their brain works.
Yeah, maybe.
What
I don't
would
know.
annoy you in an interrogation? Like, how could I derail you? Like, if I'm taking you on like 25-minute a piece tales that then end with I found $5.
Yes.
Where I just go on this, I'm wasting your time.
Yeah.
But you still, I'm so detailed that you're like, okay, we're getting somewhere.
You got it. Yeah. If you
And
give
then
a
I found
crumb,
$5.
Because I've done this before to investigators that were holding me. And so
yeah, if you drop a valuable crumb like that they want, right, and then you just sort of like lead them away to somewhere completely opposite to where they think it's going to go. Yeah, it's going to get real annoying real quick.
Did you guys watch the show The Unit? You ever remember that?
Yeah,
We were overseas and all of us used to watch it, but they had an episode where the guys were in like SEER school and they got captured. And the dude starts going into a story like he's all serious and he's, captured by them and he starts talking about it. And it's like a scene out of Saving Private Ryan.
Yeah.
Right.
Motherfucker.
Yes.
Jared, you'd be really good at that if you're interrogating him just to like, is this Goodwill Hunting you're talking about? He goes,
So
you
anyway,
love that movie too.
Ben Affleck's
An
my best
hour
friend.
into the interrogation.
I've always like in SEER, I wanted to just like pretend that they started opening really deep wounds with me. So like you just start flipping out and you start admitting to like,
My
just
dad,
crazy.
his name was Mufasa. He was killed. It was like the scene in The Office.
When I was 4 years
girlfriend,
old,
Nala.
my mom was murdered in front of me with a chainsaw by the cartel at a shipping container. I sat in there for 3 days in blood on the floor, like I'm fucking freaking out. So they're like, academic situation. You're like, oh, I was just fucking with you.
Dexter, been watching
Dexter.
it.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Score one.
Score one. Got another Dexter reference.
Goes down on a list of shows that I did not like the ending though.
Yeah, they ended that whack.
I've not seen it all the way through, so that's why I'm rewatching it now. This is one of my most annoying things with any writer in plots, and the reason why my favorite movie in the world is From Paris with Love.
Oh my God.
Really?
That's a good movie, by the way.
Thank you.
Never seen it.
What?
Nah,
good movie.
never seen it.
You are
Travolta's
a
best.
travesty.
Sounds liberal.
No. So here's
I didn't
my
watch it solely based on John Travolta looking like an idiot in that movie.
John Travolta's in this movie?
Yes.
Oh shit! If it's not Pulp Fiction and John Travolta's in it, fuck it.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
From
You said it was
Paris.
your favorite
It
movie,
is.
and your defending factor is it's pretty good.
Because I can't sit here and go, Matt, it's fucking amazing. You're never gonna watch it. I have to have Johnny fucking.
I liked
jump
it. I
in
thought it
here
was
and go-
fun.
And here's why: is in this movie they establish John Travolta's character in the beginning as being the toughest and the smartest, and nobody can out-cun him throughout the whole thing, and he stays that way the whole time. I like that. It's kind of like Django. You remember the dentist in Django, Christoph Waltz?
Great actor. Love
Yeah.
him.
He is
Christoph
amazing.
Waltz is amazing. They establish him through the whole movie as being smarter than everybody. So you crave when someone's gonna try and fuck with him, and then they make him a coward in the end. It's like, fuck you, writers.
Yeah,
Like I hate that.
I see that.
Like no, I was excited for him to just put the fucking screws to Leonardo DiCaprio, and it's like, no, you don't know who Christoph Waltz
Are
is.
you on
He's
speed
gonna get-
today?
No, I had a coffee.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like,
fired
when you
up,
take
man.
that away from me, like you convinced me that this character is invincible, and now all of a sudden at the end, his weakness is fucking Leonardo DiCaprio. Fuck off. And that's why I love From Paris with Love, because John Travolta is like the fucking badass dude that has ever walked.
I better download this.
because that's what he is in the movie.
I can't hang out tonight with Donut. Tell him I got to watch From Paris with Love.
I know.
That's
And
that's
through the
a
whole
big on my
movie,
list.
We'll watch it
he
together.
maintains that level of outsmarting the bad guys, out-toughening the bad guys, and he beats up a whole Asian mob.
I hope Cody doesn't get mad at me saying this. Matt, my dude, not much. Miss ya. What you been up to?
Second-rate friend.
Oh man,
Sorry, Cody. I love you, Donut. I miss you too, buddy.
Yeah,
Hang on
he's
soon.
getting called out right here.
SRF.
Oh.
Just save. Tell him you want to be saved in his phone as SRF.
Oh,
That's
man.
right.
Second-rate friend. Is that
So, getting back to that, I'm on season 5 of Dexter, and they made him like they changed his
How many seasons are there? 9?
8.
8?
Yeah.
So they make him meticulous and very good at everything that he does, and then completely out of character the last the last like 5 episodes of season 5.
Yeah, but
It's
there's
like, dude, come on.
and that's in that period though. There's some pretty specific reasons why he's kind of thrown off kilter though.
Yeah, but he's making mistakes that he wouldn't make.
What's your favorite movie, Mike?
Ooh, I gotta say, Pulp Fiction is pretty much my all-time favorite movie. It's more like at this point nostalgic. I'm sure there's better films or things that I've loved since then, but it's like
a solid flick.
That's like one of the big ones.
So
I love Django
John
though.
Travolta movie is one of your favorites, and you're talking shit about from.
I
Paris
said
with
that
Love?
only if he's in that movie.
Yes.
Dude,
Otherwise than that, I can't think of another John
Samuel
Travolta movie that I really
Jackson,
like.
Dude, that's one of my favorite actors of all time, and the longevity of that
He's in
dude's
both.
career.
Yeah.
Like he made Snakes on a Plane and still had a great acting career after that. Like no one can bounce back from
I
that.
believe, and one of them can confirm. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if this is a wives' tale, but I'm pretty sure this has been checked. Snakes on a Plane was a bet that they all had. They were all at a party, and they were betting on something, and the loser had to make a movie that all of them came up with around the table.
Why? See, this is why do rich people do fucking lame
They should
shit?
do fun shit.
Like that would be the poker table, not money, but it'd be like the
You're
winner.
making a movie where you're wearing a dress, bitch.
Yeah, or just like the fucked up, like you're on
playing
a
Buffalo
plane
Bill.
and snakes are attacking you. Good luck. You're like, oh my god, and Samuel L. Jackson's just like
fuck.
I'm just gonna have to yell, I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes in this motherfucking plane like 5 times, and maybe that will sell it. That would be
It
fun.
did. It sold it.
We should actually do a watch through. That should be an episode of FRA where we all watch Snakes on a Plane because I've never seen it.
I've never seen either.
Oh, I have. See, I've seen that.
Oh, you've seen that one, but you haven't seen From Paris with Love?
How do you not see Snakes on a Plane?
Django was good.
Well, supposedly too, I've heard this as well that you said about Snakes on a Plane, but also the fact that he said they were talking about changing the name of the movie, and he was like, "No, it has to be Snakes on a Plane."
That's awesome.
It has to be.
Yeah.
So good.
How would you have it like Flight 87?
Yeah, right?
You know, no.
87 with snakes.
Yeah.
What?
Anaconda Air, maybe. I don't know.
that would have been good. I like
Anaconda Air?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever bitch.
That was
It's a good
Okay,
movie idea.
Anaconda.
It's not been done yet, so still open.
This year, Samuel L. Jackson flies on Anaconda Air. I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes.
Oh my God. I agreed though. Like we were talking about this with Granger about, Justin or Garth Brooks surprising a Justin Timberlake concert, like just walking out on stage and then singing a song. Like that video has been played hundreds of millions of times.
Mhm.
Why don't more famous and rich people do cool shit? Like just do cool shit.
Yeah, you'd think.
If I ever get rich,
You
that's
don't
what
like
I'm
each
doing.
other.
I'm live humbly, and then I'm just gonna literally just finance probably $500 to $1 million movie scripts and direct them and be in them, and they're gonna be trash, but fucking awesome.
hilarious.
Cult classics is all I'm going for. Make the money back. We're good.
So
Cult classics.
I've got a new obsession.
Oh God, sugar.
No.
That's not good. Just kidding.
Massage parlors.
I want to, if
No, that
I-
was 2014.
if and
So
when
24.
I come into a lovely sum of money, I want to like fuck with my friends, like close friends of mine. Not like real close, like obviously we see
You've
each
done
other
that
every
enough
week.
over my
Yeah, yeah,
like
we're
fake
fine with that.
marriages and
But-
other things.
But like where
Thanks.
I send them on this like massive life roller coaster for like a month where like I script out this like crazy thing where like I hire a PI to follow him, and then I'm like, I tell the PI on week 1, I want you to get caught, and then offer to take his money and you'll flip on who's hired you. And then I have this entire script that like now my friend is like, wait, why is the Russian mob after me? Like it just keeps going, and there's more actors and players in this whole thing. And at the end, I'm like, I got you.
Jared, I ruined my friend's
film
life.
it, be awesome.
Until your friend's
like
psychologically fucked up
Some
after it. and you're
sick version of the
Finding
Truman
bugs
Show.
in his house. He's like, why are they after me?
He fucking just moves to like, some different country and gives up everything because he's scared for his life. And Jared's like, well, that fucking backfired.
Yeah, she's like in some log
Should I tell him it's a joke, guys?
Nah, it's gone too far. Just let it go.
House, all the electricals ripped out. What happened,
He's
bro?
just like shaking, like all the lights are
They're
gone.
after me.
Candle power, no phone.
I just want to go to Matt's house like on a regular basis and just kind of like fuck with him, like put like little Blair Witch piles like on his doorstep every once in a while, and then at nighttime put like some.
He would know that
put
that
some
was me.
No,
Put some
but the
fishing
problem with
line
that
at, like,
is
ankle
then
level.
my wife would freak out and I would know it's one of you fuckheads. And then you
And
would
you've
just
gotta
make home
convince-
life hard.
yeah.
She'd be like, it's haunted. We
That's
have to
true.
move. I'm like, it's either Jared, Johnny, or one of the shitheads. Like,
Running the
It's a
bathroom.
haunted.
Yeah.
We have to move. Yeah, that's true. True.
Mike, if you had
Touche.
$50 million, what would you do?
Shit.
You would shit? With $50 million, that's all you do, shit?
I might even wipe with some of it.
But not like, hey, like a fun, like what would you do? Because I would make terrible movies, like something along those like frivolous things you would do.
Absolutely. I think I would definitely bring everybody over the last like 5 years of doing social media, every connection that has been established, and try to bring everybody together on some insane police movie project. It'd be fucking cool.
Well, that's a great thing. So we could combine our efforts
in
this
absolutely.
fantasy land, and then we could make the most ridiculous
I want it to
movie.
be like a musical too. Like I would want to have like just go crazy, right? So kind of like the I can
Okay.
the musical Les Mis, like the movie version where it's like that, but not as much singing, but like have these random breakout song moments with like music video movements.
Ooh.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just
But
the craziest shit. Because yeah, you have nothing to lose, right? Like you're just financing it. You're just saying, we're going to make a movie and it's just going to be everything that we want to do.
Can you have dance battles
with a very
like
loose
West
plot?
Side Story? Like where it's like,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
Trying to defund the police. Yeah, how about me?
Bring TikTok PD to life, essentially.
Full
Yeah.
That is true. You know, it hasn't been done properly. I mean, I think we took a stab at it with Range 15, but I think that was, you know, very young us in film. But I think that there's so much opportunity in the next 2 or 3 years to finance a movie and get everybody in kind of like the conservative gun, LEO, brand ambassador, influencer space, however you want to fucking say that term, even though I hate the word influencer, and put them into one loosely plotted, like fucking hour-and-a-half feature. It'd be fucking wild.
Imagine I mean, really, when you think about it, if you think about the aggregate number of people following everybody from like you to Trailer Trash Tammy, like from this broad spectrum.
Yeah.
And then like we've got a trailer park scene where the cops are there and then we're responding to you motherfuckers blowing shit up in your yards or whatever.
You write the
all
script
this going
around the individuals.
The sheer number of people who follow that aggregate group of people that you're referencing, it would be like an instant like success. Like everybody would watch it.
Yeah, I think about that because it's like when we were growing up and stuff. I mean, I think you were a professional dinosaur rider when I was in my teens. But
Triceratops was his.
It was an alligator and it was in Sarasota.
Okay,
It wasn't,
fair enough.
It's a carnival.
But if you look back when you're like a kid and like we didn't really have YouTube, we didn't back then. But if it was like the favorite people that made movies and they all came together and made one, I guess that was kind of like Super Troopers-esque or something, or like when Seth Rogen, those guys kept doing movies, but then you did that on like the social media side.
Yeah.
It really hasn't been done right. I've seen a few of those like YouTubers that try to like get in movies and act, but they're like vloggers and pranksters and they're trying to get into acting. And you're like, you suck. Well, at least it doesn't resonate with me. That's what I should say. It's terrible. But we're talking about getting everybody in the space and making a full feature out of it.
Oh, absolutely. I was talking about that with Jack today.
It's like Adam Sandler and his boys, man. They did it for a long time, right? Like that's kind of got all them together and just kind of did funny shit all the time.
Yeah, and I'm not even saying trying to make a shitload of money off of this. I'm just saying it'd be fucking awesome for people to watch. So it's like you walk into, you know, whatever, like some political hall and the Hodge twins are in there and there's this like, you know, 6-minute fucking hilarious dissertation from them because they're so funny, and then like they're saying that
he runs naked through the halls of Congress.
Right.
I mean, we could always go back and do the elected.
I mean, a political movie would be real funny.
Where we get elected as president, and now we're all the different cabinet members.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
That
would be fucking good.
We have this written. Like I wrote 10 episodes of it. Like
I nearly get us into a world war because I parachuted into Russia or China and banged one of the fucking dictators' wives. You're like, are you fucking kidding me, man? I'm like, I'm sorry.
The press secretary's yelling at us because we lost an aircraft carrier to Putin in a poker match because we were hammered. And they're like, we have to tell the American public we have to give a fucking aircraft carrier to Russia?
Like, oh, shit.
Kinda?
Oh, come on, Sally. It's not that bad. We'll build another one. Yeah.
And then we have a sex scandal, and my answer to it is do another sex scandal so they forget about the first
Distract from the first one?
No!
It would be like The Campaign, because I thoroughly enjoyed that, but like way more aggressive.
Oh, it's almost like The Campaign mixed with Archer. Right?
Yeah,
like, that would be
exactly.
good.
Except, we run the country.
Exactly.
And we have Delta Force at our beckon. Like,
Dude, yeah, we keep calling Delta Force up to like do cool
Pick
stuff
up
for us.
all
They're
the
like, you
guys
guys,
from
we be killing
NSYNC.
terrorists. We're like, no, we love you guys. You're awesome. Keep doing cool stuff.
So you just had us kidnap all of NSYNC. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna sing for us.
Yeah. Come on, dance.
Yeah.
They're like, what? A black helicopter landed on my roof.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called United States of America, motherfucker.
Yeah. Sing that song and I want it that way. Huh? Wait, that might have been Backstreet Boys.
You guys are corrupt as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not even our song.
Yeah, you're
Sing it.
Sing it.
Sing it, you
They're all going, I want it that way. Tell me why, bitch. Ain't nothing but a...
They'd use the excuse. Well, I mean, there's some copyright. He's the Supreme Court right there.
Yeah.
You gonna press charges? Nope. Sing, bitch.
Oh, man.
Just the most degenerate.
Oh, we're
we
the
have
worst.
to make this.
Yeah.
You're
This
gonna
would be
lead.
the funniest
What's-
shit.
Yeah.
So wait. Let's build out that political structure. Like Evan has to be president. I mean, do you think I'm VP or do I do like Secretary of Defense? Because I feel like I want to keep going to foreign countries,
no.
but I
The
still
thing is
like the
The
washed up
VP
operator.
is not necessarily an actual job. So that should probably be
What is-
me, the VP.
Okay.
So yeah, you want to
Secretary
be
of
the
State.
secretary.
I can see you as Secretary of
so I
State.
keep-
Secretary of State.
As
Okay.
the VP, I keep pushing myself into everybody else's thing. I'm the VP. They're like,
Yeah, you're just
this is
all up
mine.
in the foreign affairs for sure.
You'd be fucking stuff up politically all around the world because you'd be like banging the wrong people and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah,
okay.
for
Yeah.
sure.
Secretary of State, I'd take that.
State. Yeah, state.
Yeah.
You would be VP where it's like you don't
Yeah,
really
I
know
don't
what
have
the
a
vice
job.
president
They'll
does.
be telling you like, you literally should have deleted these emails.
you would-
Well, I saved them. I don't know.
I put him on this new phone.
I thought I was supposed to keep them all.
Yeah, you would so be Biden to Obama, where you're just like, Evan's the best. Like, we're homies. Like, Evan calls me all the time. And
All the
Evan's like,
time.
oh my
So I
fucking
was
God.
talking to the president the other day. Were you giving a speech at a fucking high school in Ohio? Yeah. I'm just going to places for publicity.
What's your role? I feel like you need to be a sheriff of like a large Texas town or like,
Yeah, absolutely.
or like the head of the Rangers.
U.S. Marshals.
Texas Rangers.
No, he's
Texas
the director
Rangers.
of the FBI.
Oh.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yes.
He comes in. What?
Yep.
Russian collusion? What? That sounds boring. Give us something better.
Yeah, and it turns out that
Really?
TikTok is a complete conspiracy in the FBI to maintain visual surveillance over everyone.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
you could play social media and
And-
this so well.
And you're coming in and telling us, you're like, hey, remember how we got real good at DNA evidence like about 10 years ago? And then we started up all these stupid companies about how to find your lineage. And now we have DNA on everyone in the country because they're idiots.
Oh my God.
You're like,
Yeah.
we're like, yeah, you're like, it worked. All we have to do is give them a stupid pie graph and say they're 12% Nordic.
Yeah.
You know how many people got Viking tattoos for this?
I love that. Yeah. Well, how are we going to know
Who needs
these-
a fall guy? You've had a sex scandal?
Is the VP in a sex scandal again? Maybe.
Pull out some more DNA.
That's great.
This movie would be phenomenal.
It would be good. That'd be a great twist.
It's
too.
just called Elected.
Elected.
that.
Yeah.
And it just starts day one that Evan assumes power.
Well,
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah,
at the
it's
inauguration.
at the inauguration,
Yeah.
yes.
He just cleans house, man. Just elects all of us shit shows in there.
He's like assuming power, and as he's doing it, JT's over there just chewing gum and like pulling it out. I'm in a suit.
I feel like there'd be good things as like Secretary of State, you
Interior
know,
State.
or whatever. Like
Oh,
I would
yeah.
actually try to go out in the operation with the like D boys or SEAL Team 6, and they don't want me there. They're like, "Bro, you're washed up as fuck." I'm like, "No, you got to give me this one, or I'm
Give me a
giving the
PT
tier 1
test, man.
acids
Give me a
to
PT
the other
test."
task force, motherfucker." And they're like, "Fine, you can like come on the mission." And then every mission that's done, like I already have the book ready. So during my press release, as far as that we just killed like al-Baghdadi or like bin Laden, I'm like,
I've written this book.
if you were curious, and the DOD approved it in one day. Go to mattbest.com
You just
and
keep-
check up how I-ish killed bin Laden.
You're
Ish again.
sitting on the side of the helicopter buckling, and they're like, sir, you can't come. Oh, really? You want to go get that 04 that's in charge? Does that 04, does he outrank me?
Yeah.
Pull out a lanyard that says Secretary of State. Can you read that? Do you read what my lanyard says?
Can you read my ID?
No,
he made himself
I would have the
It
airfield.
says 5-star general.
Yeah, I would have the airfield there, and I'd have Team 6 and then like Delta, and then I'm getting in if and Delta was like, no, you can't get on. I'm like, Team 6 is right there, and they said I can go, and I can write a book after this.
Yeah.
Which one? You want clout? You want clout? You want clout? Okay. Secretary of State's coming, aren't I?
He makes a deal with the Secretary of Defense that gives him a 5-star general ID card.
6-star.
That's a whole
Unheard of.
Yeah, unheard of. That's 6 stars.
6.
That looks like a gold oak leaf.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
more, did I win? Did I break it?
Yeah,
Is that new high score?
We make a new position. It's a 6-star general, and I just like
you have a cat.
It's a World War president.
It's a lifetime
president,
appointment.
War War general. You have to be in 2 wars. War War general. 6 stars. 6 of them.
The
Count
sergeant
them.
major of the troop is like bitching at you. You're like, how does the relaxed grooming standards for the rest of your career sound?
Yeah,
it's like that sounds like you're going on the mission.
Right.
He just carries a card. He just carries a card around with like Evan's stamp of like his signature, and it just says, "I'm supposed to be here." And when anybody asks him, he just says, "Here, look at this."
President said I can do whatever. The
President said it's on the card.
Hey,
You'd have a punch card if you want to go anywhere. It's got Evan's face on it, and he's like he clicks it every time you do something decent.
You're out of Evan's stamps. I'm like, no. Listen, flip it over. Flip it over. Come on.
You're always wearing a tie with Evan's face on it too, with your suit.
So good.
I'm with the president.
That'd be so true. And you're just like, listen, you can go, Matt, but the vice president cannot go on this operation. Like, come on,
cut to the other helicopter.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like fucking with the dude.
And they're like, did you guys give him a fucking radio for SATCOM to talk to Cass tonight? I'm like, don't worry, it's fake. It's not plugged in. He's calling in airstrikes that are on a not a game. That's not
SATCOM net is just to a trainee out in Vegas.
There's literally people assigned to respond to you.
Yeah. The real TACP and CCT's here. We're good. They're going to actually call the airstrikes and bombs in. But just let Jared have his moment.
It's like the other guys too. He gets a wooden gun. Did you lacquer this?
It's a fucking wooden radio. It works, Jared. It works.
Yeah, I'm going with my primary carry as a Carl Gustav. They're like, what?
Yeah.
You're just looking at me. You know you're going to get tired in about 3 minutes. Yeah. It's heavy. It's real weight.
Right.
No. It's cool.
It's cool, though.
Show me throwing it down on the X. Damn this thing.
Shoots out.
It's the helicopter.
Shit.
Oh, it's a rhino. How much do you think that is, Matt?
No,
you know Evan's going to make me pay for that.
No, Jared would be the guy where he doesn't want to do an offset infill. And so, like, the task force and us clear through the target building. And then the helicopter, the Air Force, whatever that's called, just lands on the fucking X. You get out, take your photo, and get back in and fly off. He's like, like on the fucking plane in Pakistan, like, Instagram's gonna love this one.
Real time.
Yeah, totally just hit this target. Like, Jesus Christ, we're still here, Jared.
We're still here.
We literally just walked up.
It's gold. I'm in.
This is a great movie.
I love it.
Elected.
Coming to
There's so many positions for everybody, too.
Enough of these motherfucking elected officials on this motherfucking planet.
I mean, we need Samuel L. Jackson in there somewhere.
He's got to be.
He can't be that expensive. We have $50 million budget, so we can get Samuel L. Jackson.
The Hodge twins are the director of the CIA. It's two people.
Oh, shit. Directors.
They were a package deal.
Yeah, they were a package deal.
It's like a little flashback scene to when they were getting hired. It's like the Step Brothers.
Maybe.
Every press conference, it's both of them, and they just finish each other's sentences.
Yeah. So now we're going live from the directors of the CIA, and it's like, it's fucking hot.
America. Russia been fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been
fucking up real good.
Come on, Russia. They've been fucking up.
God. The opportunities with that would be endless.
Oh, man.
Russia been fucking up, bitch.
I would somehow coerce like Samuel L. Jackson to be on target with us, so when we get like an ISIS leader, and I would just say, I'm like, say it. And he'd be like, I'm tired of motherfucking ISIS on this motherfucking planet. Yes! Boom! Yeah! Kill the guy in real life after Samuel L. Jackson said that shit. Let's go.
This would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a movie about us abusing power.
It's no downside.
It's perfect.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
We're changing laws.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. All kinds of shit.
Yeah.
Dude, well, and then we make the first day in office, we make COVID-19 illegal. Done.
It's over.
Fix the fucking
It's
problem,
illegal.
dude.
Yep.
So you come to the hospital with that shit? Get
Illegal.
out.
Get out.
Illegal.
Get out.
You actually quarantine people with a virus instead of everyone that doesn't fucking have it? Phenomenal.
Get out.
What?
It's too good of an idea.
Too good of an idea.
Well, that makes a lot of sense.
This summer, America has been elected.
Elected. the biggest mistake they've ever made. And it's just Evan. Dun, 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 dun.
Love it. In the end, it's got to work out, though. There has to be like, it has to like, one of the stupid fucking decisions that somebody makes has to like bring everybody together, and it really does actually save the world. So we really fucked shit up, but in the end, we actually saved everything.
Yeah. I'd have to think what the inciting incident would be for that. It's obviously got to be like a Russia thing. Or are we kind of friendly with Russia and we're against
China?
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, China.
Shit.
China. God, I'm still on that rabbit hole. I like
it. Keep going.
I like it.
There's just so many angles. I mean, we have a spot for everybody.
Yeah.
Who's the press secretary?
Oh,
because that's a funny one.
That is a funny one.
Because those scenes of whoever that is, that
just keeps getting more beat down and more beat down.
Damn it! Because every day, like
eventually,
we're all in the
like,
Oval Office.
listen, I'm not even gonna make shit up anymore. This is fucked.
I can't. I don't even know how to even explain this. We're giving an aircraft carrier to Russia.
Cut scene to like the Russians like smashing a bottle of champagne on in front of it.
And Matt like, I raise you the USS Carl Vinson.
Yeah, the press secretary's up there shaking. He's like, Matt may have made a little bit of a poor judgment call. And it hard cuts right in there.
Yeah,
I'm at the fucking USS
Carl Vinson.
Yeah. Then he's royal flush. Fuck.
Oh, I had 2 aces. What?
It's like,
this is poker, not Texas Hold'em.
Goes back. It's like, who even took that video? Sorry, JT sitting there like this the whole time.
I'm live on TikTok. All my heart's
this video.
Oh man, we're wasted. High stakes poker match with Putin. We just bet an aircraft carrier. Comes back to the press secretary.
Every footage comes through the FBI because I've got total control of TikTok. So no matter what anybody's filmed, we have video evidence of it.
Yeah.
I suppressed this. Yeah, we're in the Oval Office. He's like, well, I had to suppress this.
Jared's like, I don't know. I have like 6 million followers, but I only get 1 view. And it's just you fucking denying every single one and not populating it.
Oh, God.
Or no, we have like a fake farm that we've given to India that is essentially giving them fake views. And like, Jared, you're the best. You're the best VP ever. And he's like, man, my ratings are through the roof. But it's just like,
all of his comments are like
in a gymnasium in Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
Of a bunch of just middle-aged women just like liking and commenting on my TikTok.
Hey, looks like Jared's a little down today. Hit him with he's looking skinny. Looking skinny and buff, bro. Oh, damn, I am. Okay, perfect. Hit him with, we support you.
The whole world is just built around keeping up the VP's self-esteem.
I'm coming into the Oval Office. You guys check TikTok this morning?
No,
none of us even have the app.
Yeah.
Well, you should.
You should. You see all these positive comments?
I'm popular on there. You're the goddamn Vice President of the United States.
Yes.
This one says,
yeah, but I have 6 million followers on TikTok.
What does that even mean?
And then it's the cut to like a little Office documentary where it shows me like just raising the follower count. Like,
you've got a briefing. Like that press secretary, that's got to be someone great. Who are we thinking?
You either have someone very well composed, or you have someone like Jack Mandeville who just comes out smoking a cigarette, like, yeah, everything's fucked.
Or like worse now, Danny. Like,
we elected.
Shit.
He just, baby, he starts singing to impress everybody. It's almost like a mix.
Or, yeah, his behavior is he's winning over all the women in the crowd. He's completely ignoring what's on the screens that he has to talk about, but he's got them all wooed.
Yeah, it would be, I think that like it's
only female press allowed. No male reporters are allowed.
Love you. Like, is this real news? All news is fake. You're like, oh, okay, but
how did that press conference go? It's horrible. Horrible. You guys do horrible things. You're horrible at this job. But, they didn't ask. They didn't ask. They weren't mad about the aircraft carrier. We didn't really get to it.
Nobody even brought it up.
I actually know about the aircraft carrier. I need to think back to this.
Yeah. Yeah. It's almost like the campaign mixed with idiocracy.
Yeah.
Where it's just like the dumbest shit, but somehow it works out.
I text Matt, I got you a present. It's just Snowden tied up in the back of his car. It's like, what? what? Like, what? You didn't want that? I'll take it back.
Unappreciative fuck.
Cut. Every year for my birthday, the VP kidnaps someone and tells me he's got a gift.
In the back of my car.
Every year I have them released within 24 hours.
We have all this whack
A lot of hush money.
all these whack policies. We're like, we know the bald eagle is a symbol of America, but what about a grizzly bear? It's like a live one in the press fucking room. Like,
Oh, I did not think about this.
You and Evan find a room in the White House that's just full of loose cash. And you're like, what is this? Hush money. I created us a hush money room.
yeah.
What? No. Where'd you get this? The Treasury?
I just had the
They
guys
were
in
going
the
to
back.
shred these. Could you believe that?
Did you know they just print this stuff?
some more?
It's unlimited.
It's unlimited.
Are you guys not doing this too?
How the fuck are we going to pay for this carrier? Jared's like, well, we have a printing machine. It just prints money. It never runs out. I don't know why.
we already bought another one.
Check the hush money room. What's the hush money room? I told you guys about it a couple months ago. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Where'd you get all that? The Treasury.
Did you tell us about this during that Putin game? Yeah.
Yeah, sure did. My bad.
I said it on TikTok. But you guys don't watch it. Sorry.
You would know if you were watching my TikToks.
You son of a bitch.
God.
I mean, it's just great. Like,
So good.
there's so many setups. You know, the morning we're all looking at the headlines on the newspapers, like, oh.
Oh man, that's good.
It's a winner.
It's
It is
winner,
winner. Your
chicken
50
dinner.
million, 50 million was spent well, if that's what's coming out of it.
I don't even
You
think,
wouldn't have to spend
I don't even
that
think
on
you
that.
have to spend that
There
much.
is an Oval Office set in Houston.
Perfect.
And the man that owns it also owns his own F-18 Hornet.
Dang.
So I've heard.
You can
Could
always
anybody in this room fly that F-18 Hornet? Really?
ish,
We could figure it out.
ish,
Like,
Ish.
as long as it's already on?
No, I can start an F-18.
ish.
I can start an F-18.
You can start. Dude, that's starting's different than flying.
I can fly it.
You think?
Yeah.
Do you
I
think
would I would do it. If someone said, okay, I'll take this bet. You have to start and fly and land an F-18. We'll allow you to do it. I could do it.
would you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hypothetically speaking, if we got this opportunity, I wouldn't want you to die because I like you actually. But if
Ish.
if someone was like, here are the keys,
There's no
metaphorically,
keys.
I know,
Yeah.
Jesus, it's like the keys to the Humvee.
Trick question. You do know what you're doing.
Over here.
I know, I'm just saying, but would you get into that aircraft
Yes.
and fly it?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I mean,
You have that much confidence in your sim.
250 knots, put the
Impressive.
gear down, land at 165. Fine. I know how to turn it off. I know where the brakes are. I know where everything is.
That's terrifying.
Nice.
Yeah.
But
And
we
I-
have to
and I
add that
can
into the
shut it
movie.
Yeah. He does his own live stunts. The vice president's flying an F-18.
He gets flying lessons.
I mean, imagine that though. Like, Evan doesn't have the demeanor for this, but maybe it's Matt. Maybe
Well, you can
maybe-
land the F-18 and have a mission accomplished banner drop down over some random
No,
like high
that's
school
the-
prom.
The end of the movie is essentially like Evans holding a massive like kind of like 4th of July thing, and Matt flies over in an F-35 and ejects and then parachutes onto the stage.
I would want to be like an extension of myself where it's just like, I'm all about the clout and trying to look good on Instagram. And so I just take these massive fucking risks. Like I'm dumping a fucking $20 million jet just to fucking parachute in.
Yeah, and you come in, you roll in an F-22, the most expensive aircraft we have. You fly by and then you come back and eject and then land on.
And now you land in the superhero
Yeah, you're
pose. Hello, New York.
You just see the plane hit something in the back.
Like, oh.
The press secretary's like, oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no,
I'm
no.
glad it was a day off today.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one was in that one.
I'm super glad that we brought you on as a guest and we talked about movie ideas the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
Love it.
Well, we're at about that time in the show. Where can people find you, Mike?
MikeTheCop.tv, CBDOps.com, SixHomesTeam.com.
Your CBD Ops?
Hmm?
Did you send me some? Because I've been taking CBD Ops. I
think
actually
I have
thoroughly
some too.
enjoy that stuff.
I don't know. Maybe.
I will give you an actual shout out from myself because I have like 3 or 4 bottles someone sent me and I take it and that shit actually like absorbs sublingually instead of just like the oil that sits in your mouth and you swallow it. Like I feel it actually absorbing.
Yeah, it's a huge thing because, you know, whether cops can't have THC whether they want it or not. I mean, some have it anyway, but you know, I know the DOD gives problems with CBD in general still, but hopefully that changes. But yeah.
All right. And then Johnny, where you have a podcast, The Art of Masculinity.
Yeah, buddy. The Art of Masculinity. You've been on there before. And,
I just had somebody else on the other day. Who was it?
Well, I had Keith Wagner that came on. He's head of Operation Rescue Children. Is that who you're talking about?
Who was in the last week?
That was Keith Wagner.
One of our friends just said they went on your show.
Oh, man.
I don't remember who it was.
I'm trying to think. Yeah. I don't know. That's a good question. I'm trying to think right now. We've been gone for like a week and a half running my event. So I was like, oh, shit.
We appreciate you being here. We got tipsy the other night and talked about old fighting and Ranger stories together. It was a good old fashioned time.
And now we got tipsy with sugar and talked about Elected.
Elected.
It's a great movie. I'd go watch this. For sure.
I know. I'm in. We're gonna make it one day.
You'll be in it.
Oh, you're gonna be in it. Yeah, you're in it.
Sweet. Can I just be like a dude that sleeps on wood chips, kind of like a little puppy that comes out and just does things?
You're Evan's wife's best friend, but you're always shirtless, you know? And it's like awkward. It's like, oh, he's just my best friend, Mr. President.
No, he should play.
Boy. Evan totally believes that it's completely harmless.
No, totally fine.
Who's the Instagram seal?
Instagram seal?
Yeah, you could play him.
What do you
What's
mean?
his name?
Instagram seal.
Dan Bazarian.
Oh.
He just plays him, and you keep hanging out with him.
No.
On boats.
No.
It's a movie. It's a pretend.
Okay. As long as the name's not Dan Bilzerian on.
I just mean, look, he'd play a good one of him in the movie.
I think he's the first lady's best friend. Like we keep walking in and he's massaging her feet.
Yeah.
You know,
like,
sorry,
really
dogs
funny.
are barking. Hey guys.
And then somebody's like, "Are you her assistant?" No, it's like there's just
I'm
friendship.
actually a seal from Coronado.
Yeah.
You play a seal from Coronado that she has hired like as her personal bodyguard.
Yeah.
No, there's no money involved.
But we serve.
No. He's active duty.
Right.
Oh yeah,
She did what we do. We just all government workers.
Well, we used to serve together, and he's like, "Don't you have to be in an operation?" I'm like, "Nah, he's good. He's good. He's supporting the first lady." What do you say, emotional operator or something? You are
emotional support operator.
Yeah, emotional support operator.
Dude, his
ESO.
ID card is
ESO.
E10.
Yeah.
You're just making up new ranks. Yeah.
He's E10. Yeah, he's an E10.
Don't
6-star ESO. Yeah.
Logan's Secretary of Defense. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
He said we could make up all of our own ranks and he'd give us our own ID cards.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've got 4.
It's a totally different management style.
You're gonna wish you had 4 someday.
Yeah, someday. I got all the cat cards.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
so good.
It's a fun episode, guys. Thanks for coming on. And Mike the Cop, appreciate it, buddy.
Appreciate you guys.
We'll see what Donut said after the show. Thanks for listening, guys.